This is Glock 19 Gen 5. The Glock 19 is the most popular handgun in America. Has been used by FBI and some other local police officers. And okay, very cool gun. I think very pretty reliable. Let's do, before we do any operation on this gun, let's do the security check. Release magazine, and it's empty. So we check the chamber. Okay, so the chamber is also empty. Okay, chamber empty, right? So this gun is safe. Okay, let's do some, the basic disassembly and assembly, and I'm also talk about the common mistake when we do the disassembly and how we do the maintenance well for this gun. Okay, for this gun, I do a lot of assembly, disassembly for quite a few years, and even for me, sometimes I still make mistake when I disassembly this gun. And according to the owner manual, we know how we are going to remove the the slide from the frame, and also remove the barrel and the spring rod or different things. So the basic method is we hold the gun like this, right? So easier we pull the slide backward. Okay, so we pull this slide backward from the front part around a 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch, or maybe it's about 3 or 4 millimeters. Okay, and then we push those two pins. We pull those two pins downward. Okay, you can see the both sides like this, right? So we pull this one down, and then we push the slide forward. Then the slide is supposed to leave the frame, okay, but it didn't. So what's the problem? What's the problem? Okay, I made many mistakes, the similar mistake. So the key thing is we need release the firing pin. Okay, so we can see now the firing pin is on hold, right? We know, there's no bullet inside, right? So it's safe. Release the firing pin first. Okay, after release the firing pin, then we pull the slide backward around a 1/4 inch. Then we push those two pins downward and push the slide out of frame. Okay, now it's very easy. We just disassemble this. When I do the shooting in the gun club, many people said you need to put a lot of oil when you do the maintenance, right? Make sure those the touch point between the slide and the frame is shining. That's a good suggestion, no problem. But some other people also said you need to put as much oil as you can. Put a lot of oil in different places until you can see, the oil dribbled, from the gun. I mean, that's a good suggestion. But the thing is, we need to consider the different part has a different function. That's very important. Okay, see, after we remove this spring rod, right, and remove the barrel from the gun. Okay, so most of the cases we put a lot of oil on the the slide, on the slide, some, especially for the part like you can see a little bit shiny or white color. Why? Because a lot of friction, right? So we need to make sure the friction part, a lot of oil so it can move smoothly. And the reason I want to mention, we need to put the oil on some key part, the contact friction part. But for some other part, some other part, we need to be careful. It's not we put as much oil as we can. For example, this barrel, right? This barrel, for some part, like the outside this barrel, we need to put some oil, no problem. And those part, right? It's the contact between slide and the barrel. We need to put some oil, make sure it's smoothly. But for the part, for example, this part, feed ramp. Feed ramp is when we load the ammunition into the slide, and I will feed like the bullet will load from the feed ramp into the barrel. So this part, we need to make sure it's clean. But if we put oil on feed ramp, think about it, because after we fire the ammunition, you can see there's a lot of dust and some other dirty stuff. If the oil is too much here, then the dust will residue a lot, right? So, which means after some time, after like 20, 50, 100 shots, this feed ramp will be very dirty. So it's going to cause some problem for some ammunition to feed into the barrel. So that's why for this part, feed ramp, we need to do some polishing, not oiling. If you go to some auto store, you can easily get either fleece or I got this one from auto store. It's perfect for all metals shining, make aluminum polish. So we can just get one for metal and use this material to polish this feed ramp. Keep it in mind, polish, not oil. So the polish is remove all the dust and some other the dirty stuff from the feed ramp. So next time when we do the shooting, the ammunition will feed into the barrel smoothly, and this is the key part for the semi-auto handguns. So we can use this either use a Q-tip or some other stuff. I think you can get it from auto store or Home Depot. Okay. Okay, so we polish the feed ramp. If the feed ramp is dirty, we need clean hard. So make sure this part is really polished well. Okay, and we don't put oil here. The reason is just like I mentioned. Okay, very important. Okay, now we polish this feed ramp. You can see it's very clean, very clean. Okay, let's put this guy back into the slide. And okay, we can put some oil. Those contact part between frame and slide is recommended by the Glock manufacturer. I think they suggest we put more oil for those part. We just follow their suggestion. Okay. When we assemble this gun, be careful. The spring maybe pop out and to hurt you. So be careful. And then this is just align the slide into the frame. Okay, and then push back. Okay, now we do a few times, the travel the slide and the frame, and to make sure the oil will be most parts of the gun, and will be evenly distributed. Okay, pretty good. Now we can see the feeder ramp. Feeder ramp is polished, so it's pretty clean and smooth. This gun is ready to go. Okay, thank you.